Oh, I should go live too, right?
Yeah. All right, we're back in the 112 Experience Show. We're a little late before. I know we had the time, but we my guests had a great conversation.
I'm sorry, y'all.
We had a great conversation. Andrea Swine, thank you for joining us from Temple. Thank you for joining us. Appreciate you. We are trying to do that event in December for the men. We definitely will try to talk to you about next week. So this woman has someone I've met within the last year has been a blessing of having the greatness, a blessing of my life, with encouragement, support in so many ways. She's back here because she has an event. Oh, sorry. There you go. She had an event on that Saturday for creators, entrepreneurs, and this, so she will give you the whole full layout on what that looks like, how it came together, how you can be involved with that. So I'm gonna give it to her for Miss Nicole Streets. How are you this afternoon?
I'm great. Thank you for having me. It's good to be back.
Yes.
You said he would have me back, and I'm back.
Yeah. I did say that. Yes.
Speak it into existence.
Yes. How's the Thanksgiving?
It was good. It was a small Thanksgiving for me this year. I didn't cook a lot. I've been busy, so I just made something small, like light. I made sweet potatoes, collard greens, macaroni and cheese, turkey, and a roast beef with potatoes. Something kind of fast.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
All right. So let's get right to it. So the reason I brought you back here, I know you got an event that Saturday for
6 days.
Yeah.
I'm so excited.
So can you tell us what? I'm gonna hold the floor. Tell you what the event's about, how it came together, who's gonna be in it, and what you feel people will get out of the event. So.
Okay. So I try to answer all of those. This is about one question. So the event is Saturday, 6 days away. It's going to be in Germantown. For me, I love fashion. So that's like my second passion. So I enjoy art too, so creative. So I found the perfect location. I was able to partner with Perfectly Flawless Boutique, which is in Germantown. I told her the vision, the mission. She said, yes, let's do it. And so our guests that come will be able to enjoy two options, general admission, VIP. General admission is just, you can come, get your wine. We'll have some spreads for you guys, like, what do you call them, refreshments and hors d'oeuvres and things like that. And for VIP, we have the hot bar, which is going to be catered by Chef Kia Denise. She is a celebrity chef. So I'm excited about having her. I met her at the Ball Summit this year when I went to Florida. It was a big risk for me. Spent a lot of money, and I like to see a return on my investment. So I'm thankful for her for saying yes. She's amazing, very approachable. She has a lot of background in fashion, and then she turned that into food. So we're gonna have to get her on the story behind the brand too. So let me just tell you the story behind the brand, and to answer your question. It's really because when I meet entrepreneurs and people, they always have amazing stories. And so for me, it's like, I love storytelling. I feel like, with all the automation and the digital stuff going, sometimes you just need inspiration, or you just want to hear something, or you can hear something unexpectedly and you're like, wow, I can resonate with that, or that's motivational to me. So I've always tried to influence and motivate people, and I know I can't do it with my brand. I can't reach everybody. But maybe if I bring different people on, it can inspire different groups of people, right? So what may resonate, my story may resonate to somebody else, but then you may hear Lisa's story, they'll be like, oh, I can apply that. That makes sense to me. That resonates. So the story behind the brand is to help you understand what went into creating whatever it is that they created, what experience are they creating for the people that buy the product or service. So it's more so also providing education as to the specifics of your product. We're not going to ask you for all your ingredients and stuff, but if you want to tell us some of them, that's good for our product-based people. But just more so, what led you to want to start the brand or the product? What goes into it? What are the logistics? What are the channels that you use to get it to your clients? What are some things you learned about the product? over the last couple of years? You know, have you gotten feedback from your customer? What's that feedback? Like some people, they may be transparently like, well, first girl, the feedback was bad, but I was able to switch it up. These are the things that people need to hear, realistic stuff, not lies. Oh, I can make you $1 million. We all want to be millionaires, and I do too, and I am a future millionaire. But what I'm saying is that you have to tell the story behind the brand, because if you look at my cousin today, drive a nice truck, she invests, she helps a lot of people, and you know, if you don't know her story, you probably wouldn't, you know, appreciate it. So I feel like, you know, when she told me about how she used to have to work at the gas station at night, things like that, in order to start off with 2 kids at the daycare, and that turned into 4, 6, you know, just giving people that inspiration, no matter if they're a dreamer, an entrepreneur, executive. It's something that, or you know, that somebody can learn from her story. And so that's what I love, hearing people's stories. I love seeing people win. I love to see prosperity, abundance. I'm a woman of God, so that's just in my DNA. And if you don't like it, I tell people, don't follow me. Don't, you know, I don't need you to subscribe, because, and I don't need your approval. No offense, but I've been approved by God. Right. And so for me, you know, I used to, you know, not compare myself to other people, but, you know, I just learned to stay in my lane through this journey of entrepreneurship. Just follow what resonates with you, and just be organic. And so that's what I'm doing, and I feel really good about it. So, yeah, so if you all want details on the event, I can answer that too.
Yes, if you get details on who some of the featured entrepreneurs going to be at the event and what they represent.
Yes. All right. So I'm bringing several people. So the first person we're going to bring is our featured guest, which is Lisa Edmond Jones. She is going to be doing the story behind the brand. She has been in business for 30 years, but she also started a new business. So for some people that are already established and have a business, she's going to tell us how she started the first one, but also how she developed a passion for a new one after 30 years, and how she's been able to balance both, and, you know, being a mother and all those things. So she's going to pour into us. We have Shelly Williams, who's a radio personality, but Shelly is more of an entrepreneur too, because Shelly teaches business. Like, Shelly teaches me strategies all the time. So she's not just radio. She's amazing. She does a lot. We have Roxy Fab, who's a radio personality. She's so fun, you know, interesting. I can't wait to pick her brain. But I listen to her on the Word Radio, and she always has great conversations and everything. And she's amazing. We have Mr. Jan McKay. He's going to be there. He is from Life Outside the Streets. He does so many things. He's a minister. He does a lot. I mean, he wears many, many hats. And he's going to be there, and he has a mentorship and some other things he has going on. He's going to pray for us and speak. We have Miss Tiffany Harris, who you know is our mutual friend. That is my coach. That is my sister from another mother. Like, I'm telling you, Tiffany is just so anointed, and she's just, I don't know, she's just amazing. And I love her group, and I've been in many groups, and her group has been just soulfully fulfilling. So she's going to be there. Who else we got? We got my cousin Francine Williams. I just want to honor her because she's one of those diamonds in the rough that nobody sees. She feeds the community. She has helped her family. She has been through so much. So we're honoring her. We have Miss Shonda Mobley, one of my clients. She's been my client for about 6-7 months now. Very consistent, dedicated. She's always trying to improve. She is a leader. She is a domestic violence survivor, Women's Against Abuse. So she's going to be there. And we have Natalie, the business doctor, stopping through, who does my content. Who else? Chef Kia. We have just a bunch of entrepreneurs, some new people. So I'm really excited about this. It's going to be really, really, really nice. Oh, and we have Mr. Ron Wolford and Pam Willer from the Business Center. And they have a lot of great things going on with the Innovation Center that they're just launching. I was there last week. So it's going to be a lot of people there that are experts in different areas. So you definitely want to come. It's going to be wine. We're going to have hors d'oeuvres. We're going to shop. We're going to listen to music. We have a DJ, a videographer. So it's all going to be captured, and you'll be able to see, the after, behind the scenes and everything. So yeah, it's going to be a vibe.
So pretty much all those entrepreneurs are going to tell their story about how they got to where they are, the brand.
Well, each month we have a different guest. So we'll have the wine, the cheese, people speak, a couple things here and there, music. We want people to just relax. This environment is relaxing. I've done events where, it's like, okay, now it's time for, this is more like personalized. It's like comfortable. People can lounge and kind of just branch off. But then we'll have segments where we'll have speakers. But then at a certain time, we'll have the interview with our guest speaker.
Right, okay.
And that is going to be Lisa Jones for this event. Next month, we have Marlo the jeweler. Now, I don't know if you know her. She's well known in Philly. She started out selling jewelry in her car. And now she has 4 locations. And so we are doing the story behind the brand with Marlo Brunson, Marlo the jeweler. And me and Marlo go back, so y'all gonna find out the history of Marlo. Y'all gonna find some things out that y'all probably didn't know. So yeah, I'm excited. Every month is going to be a new featured guest, and they're gonna tell their story.
Okay, that's one. I think that's a great event. Just to know the story about the brand, and I'm proposing to do one for youth entrepreneurs.
That would be great.
Because our youth are starting their own businesses. Some of them are jewelry, some of them are authors, some of them are starting to sell clothes. So our youth are getting in there, are doing it. So hopefully, next year we can have a youth one. Just to have a youth tell their story about why they started their business so young, and that if a 6-year-old start a business, why can't I start a business?
Amen. I mean, we can even bring the story behind the brand to schools. And I'm having talks about having it on TV. So
okay, we'll talk about that. And
so pray on that. Right?
And one of the things that I went to was called a youth pitch contest, and it's been a couple weeks ago, and all the contestants were all young black men. Mm-hmm. So basically, they had to tell their about their business, what they do. And let's talk about why they started. So, and then there were like 2 women got support from the business, from the organization, their branding, their logo, they like all this like that. So, and I talked to the founder who I know for almost 20 years. So I told her we'd been to schools, because if we could bring that concept to schools, get young people to start their business, and then have them come, and then we can bless them, have the school support it. I think that they got meet. I don't know how they're going to be, but I was like, let's take this model and put it pilot in school, because you get kids.
And we need new stuff too, because some of that old stuff, our kids, they get bored. So we can, because you know what? It's funny. I always wanted to have like a teen summit. Do you remember teen summit?
Yeah, yes.
Remember teen summit?
Yeah, conversation about issues that was going on.
Right? Yeah, and then we could maybe have like a featured guest, but we could talk about, because we want to let them be engaged too. So we could have like a topic where, how do you feel about this?
Right.
And then have someone come in and tell, hey, I might experience something similar. We can play with that.
Because that's one of the times we do Academic Greatness. We do workshops on issues that affect our youth. We don't have guests that come that's been there, but it's kind of like that when you have the kids dialogue and express to us, hey, how do you feel about this? Then we try to meet them where they are. We don't try to come from a different perspective, because these kids are different from where we are. They grew up, they have more technology more than we had growing up. So we always try to pick their brain. Hey, what does this mean to you? What do you see when you see this word? So pick their brain, and we can come up, okay, this is what they see, it's how we put it together. Using their words, you know what I mean? So we always try to meet them where they are. But that's why we were so relevant, because a lot of times these kids need to hear something new, and they enjoy dialogue, they enjoy being engaged, and they don't want to go on their phones all day. They want to be engaged. You know what I mean? So they want to feel a part of the sessions, and I think what you're doing, story behind the brain, I think all of that story.
And also, I did TSS work. So I worked in the schools for many years. I've served. I'm older than I look, y'all. I have served, and when you say you served, that means you deserve to graduate because you put in a lot of work. I used to work in residential. As soon as you come in, you're a big. Like, you didn't even do that. Like, bitch, like, okay, I'm sorry, what's going on? I want to fight you. You have to, that taught me compassion and patience. And most of the kids that I would work with, after enduring and when nobody's around, you pull them to the side, you find out that they're just hurting. So, I've definitely put in work with the young people, and so I have a soft spot for them.
Yeah.
I've done residential TSS. I've done all that. I've been in the trenches. So I'm proud of that because I feel like, when we get judged, or, I believe that we get judged by the works that we do. These guys can say, I tried to help the young people.
Right.
And now it's just a different way of helping them through inspiration. Through the story behind the brand. It's just the same thing, but just a different.
Right, and then it gives this opportunity for the main person to be authentic and be transparent, be vulnerable, which is only because that makes us more credible and more human. So it wasn't pie on sky. The thing, there was a process to this. It was like some pain go through this and starting a business or starting a brand. There was maybe some tears and some things you had to let go of for you to move forward. So I think what you're doing is very, very incredible because I think a lot of times we start businesses, but we don't know why we started them or what's the end game from this. End game, people want to make money, okay, but if you impact someone's life, that's greater than any much money you make. If I can impact a child's life or get on the right path for their going and prepare the greatness, I did my job. I mean, if I kids, I have someone, I don't know, using me and a young man. I'll tell you on Morehouse. He was in 8th grade, we worked with him, 8th grade. Like, he was always excited we came there. Even if they had sub that day and just weren't there, when we came into this class, they were quiet. They were engaged. They weren't like, and fit, and then he was a valedictorian at the school, 8th grade. I'll never forget this. He was speaking. He was like, he wishes us in a speech, and I was like, we made it. Like, we made it. I was like, you gave that. And he had to be like,
Pathway to Greatness helped me. Like, yes.
Pathway to Greatness.
You knew it. That was a sign.
That was a sign that we made it. Like, okay, we impacted this young man's life. So now he at Morehouse. He's a junior now. Like, he's doing very well. So that's a story itself because I think about story on our brands about coming together in a nice environment, warm environment, where people will feel safe, but also they can network.
And what's funny, before we started this, it's interesting because you were asking me who I am, right?
Yes, the first time, yes.
And
I did.
And a lot of people don't know my brand. I used to be in foster care and group homes. So for me, my story is hustle from the muscle, like I said. Mm-hmm. Like, you can be in a dark space, you can come out of that. Right. And so even with starting your business, you may not have a lot of money, but as long as you still believe in yourself, you may not get there when everybody else is getting there, but you can get there. So some people need to understand that because they'll give up or they'll say, oh, I don't have this, I don't have that, or I don't have my parents, so my life is so bad. And I'm in, for the kids that are in placement. And even if you're not in placement, it's children that have seen people get killed and stuff. Like, they've been traumatized. So no matter what your trauma, I'm just using this example that you can come from dark spaces and still shine bright. Mm-hmm. And that is my brand. So the story behind the brand is your business, your personal life, like who you are, and what your purpose is. And I believe my purpose is to inspire and empower people that speak that come from that, like that may, be a little rough around the edges, but you still can, be a millionaire. You still can be amazing. Like, despite how it started, it's how you finish.
Right, it's how you finish.
It's about that confidence.
Yeah, that confidence, how you finish,
And understanding that God is in control, and He is the writer of your book, and He's helping you write this book.
That's right.
So, you know, sometimes we try to do it ourselves, but he's in control. And he works in perfect timing. I love God. I just love him. So,
amen. You have to, because you have to hold on to God's unchanging hand, because life is getting crazier and crazier. People are getting crazier and crazier. And like, you may have bad moments, you may have bad days, but hold on to God. God will see you through. He has not left y'all. He's not left y'all. He knows where you are, and He'll bring you out, and you trust in Him. Mm-hmm. You know, there's so many people out here that are scamming other people, and you know it's not right. God sees all that. He'll bless you. You stay close to Him, and He'll bless your brand and business for those who start a business. Like, it's not about the money. Figure out why you started it. What's the end game? You know, figure out why. Figure out your why first. Mm-hmm. I want this because I want to help people. I want to put a product there that's different. I want people to feel confident about themselves, or whatever reason that you have that why first, and then go out and doing it. When I started Pedigree 10 years ago, it was not in plan. It was no set plan. I'm like, I'll start. It was off one workshop. It was basically, I did like a career day workshop. Like, I brought people in that I knew at the time that had a incredible story that speak life to our kids. That's it. Mm-hmm. That's all it was. Like a one-time thing. Okay, let's see what happens. Things like that. I did it unconventionally. I did it on Friday afternoon. It was cold. It was raining. The kids had their recess, so they were already hyped. This middle school. I did a workshop. Well, a conversation. The kids were engaged. They were engaged, asked questions, and they were not. There was no disrespect of the speakers, and when your time to leave dismissal, the school board ran. Half the kids stayed past dismissal. They didn't want to go home because they were getting fed differently. And then we had Jen had to kick them out because they're like, yeah, leave.
They ain't want to go.
Yeah, so
that's a good thing.
That was good.
You could have me running out.
Yeah. I was supposed on Friday. Oh, yes. So then we had a discussion. We did and these all speakers they knew me how they got there. There was a young lady at the time, just graduated from Villanova. Mm-hmm. Villanova, they couldn't find a job. I was like, I can't find a job. I think she graduated in December. I think that December 2012. Mm-hmm. She just graduated, couldn't find a job. Right. Broke down and cried. And I told her, she was before she was like, what's up, Vaughn? I feel like me coming to this event because I don't have a job. But I told her, you graduated from Villanova. That's big. So I told her, you made that far. So she came. She broke down. She was looking for a job. One of the people that was there had a connection with another job that was hiring at that time. Right. She called them, I think, that Monday, got hired a week later. Wow. So she's been over 10 years. Wow. So just because this is about.
And sometimes you don't see like
the faith,
the seeds that you plant too.
Right. You did the faith, but you start showing up. You know what I mean?
Because look, you started that 10 years ago, right, Lamar? Look how much is needed now. Yep. Right. It's like they won't be screaming to give you money because I just talked to State Rep Steve Kinsey yesterday. He said mentorship and education is what they give the money for in 2024. So you better have your paperwork in because this is all they're paying for.
Right. I have it now. I have all stuff. We have a curriculum. We have mentorship.
That's what he said. That's what he told me.
Right. So I'm also they put it together, shape it up, make it make sense.
Yeah, but I'm just saying God gave you the vision 10 years ago, but you didn't know that it would be such a need. So that's why I said earlier.
And then we spoke about mental health 5 years ago. Like we were the first one to talk about mental health in the classroom, like actually have a conversation about mental health. But now mental health, this before the pandemic. Everybody's talking. Before the pandemic, we was having mental health conversations in the classroom about, hey, what is mental health? Like we not experts.
But just tapping in.
Right, but niggas like now, how much needed now because our kids were affected by the pandemic and
violence is up.
Violence way up and
There's a lot of stuff.
Yeah, so it's about putting the plan that seed you talking about, that seed in the faith and just go out there and doing that.
And you know what's funny too? I think a lot of us is aligned. We act like this stuff not going on. Like in our backyard. Like I don't watch the news like that, but I mean I do understand that there is a need like that. Like we can't no longer just shut our doors anymore. We got to be out here.
We're out here to lead conversations and also sometimes like and I want to tell them for those who are entrepreneurs and creators that's watching, you gotta have faith. Mm-hmm. You gotta take that chance. You say you went on vacation. You met one of the people that's gonna be here. Your friend. You say you took faith. You took a chance. Now you gotta take. And now she will be at your event. So it's about taking that step and just letting God do the work.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing, and I don't worry. Like whoever's supposed to be there, be there. Yeah, I mean, I want y'all to come, you know, but I can't make people want to be there. You know, I can't. I do my promotion, my marketing, and stuff. But I'm not worried. Those who's supposed to be there is going to be there. Yeah,
those who get value. You know what I mean? They'll take it. They'll enhance their brands by their own businesses. Also make connections. Mm-hmm. You know, they'll make connections for them to help them prepare for next year. You know, so how I can be better, how I can better my business by going to the event, or just how to network. And I was just going to say too, it's collaborative. Mm-hmm. It's not competitive. There are so many people that are needed right now. As you know, say you get that grant money, you're going to have to find people, mentors and stuff like that. So there's so many people that can be used. So it's no need for people to be comparing themselves to anybody or jealous or anything. We all need each other. And, you know, I can get bucked too. Like I'm not all, you know, Jesus. Like I love the Lord, but I know how to, you know, get crumbs too. And I think sometimes when you talk about God, people sometimes get turned off. But he, you know, like we have to be. We still have an obligation to, you know, worship him and, you know, do the work. Like, you know, we that's my philosophy. But I just feel like, you know, some people, you know, they operate in a spirit of jealousy or not, you know, I don't operate like that. I've traveled and this world is big. So it's no shortage for money. It's no shortage for businesses. Like I've heard people say people stole my business idea. I'm like, this world is huge, and see, they want us to think that we're in a small cluster. But when you start to travel, you'll be like, yo, I can push this product here. So just know that there's opportunity for everybody. You know, that's all I'm saying. Right, it's opportunity, and it's about taking advantage of it and just come with an open mind, you know, just open heart. A lot of times people are so judgmental. They want to be competitive. You got to come over with my open heart and just try to see. You never know who you can meet there. You never know what connections can happen to that. So like I said, I think I told you off the air. So I went to this youth men's conference at CCP. I decided to go. It was free. I posed a workshop there. Didn't get it. That's my feelings. But I was like, oh, my friends doing work, so I'm going to go ahead and support them. So I went there, I support, met a couple of connections there. Now we spoke at Pacific High School. So just for me going there and seeing what's going on and seeing the opportunity, the lady there, so that thing happened there at Central. I met one of my former teachers that works there. I was in his first year class over 20 years ago. So he taught at Roscoe. I was 99. He did the mayor's race. We did the mayor's race. So that was like first. No school did it before. That did analysis, break down the mayor's race, the candidates. I think it was John Street and Katz. We broke down what it stands on. We did a debate at the school. So and I haven't seen him in over 20 years since I graduated high school. So. And then one of the authors that spoke at my event, he went there randomly that day before, I went down to be to school. And then he's like, oh, you Mr. Horace. I'm like, yeah. And then I saw him, he saw me, the teacher saw him, was like, he's one of the best students I've ever had. I was teared up, I ain't seen him in 20 years. I'm like, he said that. So now they do a lady there told me to do a girls group, like Christian for girls. I was like, Oh, I see. Because I do have a component for girls. So I would love you to speak more sensitive young ladies about
relationships.
Yeah, for girls. You know, like,
and I love that you say that because you said that when you went to CCP, you got turned down. But you didn't let that defeat you from your purpose. You still continued
went to the conference.
To go and say, okay, this might not have worked, but let me try this, right? And it's all about trying different things and, trying until you get it right. And so now all these other things are happening. Even though you didn't get that job, other things happen that are aligning with, your organization.
Work now, so I feel like our work has been immensely valued more this year. So now we at school is not too far from my house. Even though the workshops are early, I think like early, like 7:30 in the morning, but it's worth it because we get the kids off the day off right.
And now you have the team that's going to help you with the funding for the mentorship. So it's all about the work out. They're going to be coming to you.
Right.
And so you know what I'm saying? Like it's.
Yeah, so we are doing the work.
Be patient.
We are doing the work, and like I said, Nicole, you are doing the incredible work, and I hope for those who are watching now will come to support that Saturday afternoon. 12 to 4.
So yes, it's 12 to 4. The address is 5312 Germantown Avenue. It is perfectly flawless boutique. Like I said, we're going to be honoring some people. We're going to have our live podcast, the story behind the brand, Lisa Edmund Jones. We're going to have refreshments, wine, shop, music, DJ. It's a day party, so it's going to be lit. So I can't wait. Get your tickets, Eventbrite. You can find it on Eventbrite, or you can cash at me.
Cash app, yep.
Business Lady 215, and then DM me. You can find me on Instagram, Nicole L Streets, or Facebook, Nicole L Streets. I'm everywhere. I'm not on TikTok though, or YouTube. I gotta get caught up. TikTok is for the younger people.
Yeah, young people. Yeah. So maybe that's the last question before we close. There's nothing I'm wondering for. I want to ask you what you're thankful for.
Oh man, I'm so thankful for the value of myself and the investments, and I'm thankful for God for guiding me, and I'm thankful for this new chapter that I'm going into. So it has been rough, like we talked about earlier. It's been stuff going on behind closed doors that you would never know. You'll hear that later. But I'm just so thankful for the people that God has put in my life too. So I'm thankful for the people. I'm thankful for the journey, and I'm thankful for the destination and where I'm going. So thankful for God. He's the one. He's the answer.
Amen. So, like I said, Nicole, thank you for being on our show for the second time this year. Thank you for bringing value to my life and my organization and what we're going to do for the next year. Kind of great. It's going to be elevation. I'll tell you that now. Like I said, best of luck to your event next week. I will try to be there. If not, I'm gonna have someone be in my place. So that But like I said, we gonna.
And I hope they come.
I hope they come too. Y'all want y'all spread the word too. About them coming too, because I think there's young people out there that are trying to think about starting to level up. I think it's a great opportunity to just get in the room, see what it's about. What I mean? Just to you see what's about. Make some connections and network and maybe help your brand going forward, so give you some ideas or different things you can use to other your business going forward. So, like I said, for those who are watching, thank you for joining us. We appreciate you. We're thankful for you. We thank you for just, listen to us, tell stories. There's more behind the stories that you ever know. But like I said, we're here to support each other by not talking it, by doing it. So, like I said, see Nicole next Saturday. Story behind the brand event. 5312 Germantown Avenue, 12 o'clock. The story's on our page.
And tickets is $25 for general admission, $50 for VIP. VIP is the hot bar, the photo booth, and you also get a different selection of wine and different treats and stuff, goodie bags and stuff.
All right. Let's be a blessing to one another. Support Nicole next week, and then we'll be back next Saturday for a new episode with two guests next week. Then hopefully we can have a call back soon to know a story about what happened at the event. So,
Yes,
the recap, yeah. So, so like I said, enjoy your Thanksgiving weekend. Enjoy this weather. I know it's a little chilly today, but enjoy it. It's sunny out there. It's not raining. Enjoy it. Relax. Support a small black business today. It's Small Business Saturday.
Get y'all tickets for the story behind the brand. Today, they on Cash App, Business Bank 25. And listen, if you don't want to come, you just want to make a donation. We need donations.
That's an option too. Those can't make you make a donation too.
Please support because I always support other people, and I get it right back. I'm telling you, all the investments that I've done to people, it's people that be selling a book. There may be one person on their live, and I'm that one that will stay on the live, and I'm that one that's going to buy the book because I believe in people. You know, I do. So I need y'all to believe in me.
That's right. All right, so we'll see you next week. Enjoy your Saturday. Continue to be thankful and grateful because without God, we would not be here. So be grateful. So let's see you next week. Be safe out here. Enjoy your last week of November. We're about to be December. So enjoy where I last and continue to be great. Thank y'all so much.
Thank you. That was dope.